What is going on? How's everyone doing out there today? It is Father's Day 2023. And here at Uncle Steve's Lounge, we just want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Thank you for what you do in your children's life. We appreciate you. We know a lot of folks have different situations where, hey, sometimes fathers are here, fathers are there, fathers are not here. But for those who are here, we really appreciate you. We thank for those fathers in heaven, like my dad up there watching us. We thank you for them, for bringing life to us and having us be here on earth at this time. We appreciate everyone and their families. This is your coming at you, Uncle Steve's Lounge. It is Sunday, June 19th, right? No, June 18th. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get ahead of myself. June 18th. And we're just here, man, trying to just have a free poppy in Sunday show and see how everyone's doing out there. Hope everything's all right. Tell us how your Father's Day went today. And just to enjoy talking about some of the father-son, father-daughter moments, whether it be Falcon related or not. We're going to talk about that today. So we'll sit back and just chill with that. Then, of course, you all know me. Today is Sunday, so it's kind of a free-for-all day. As aside of sports, we'll talk not only Atlanta Falcons, and talk a little bit of NBA today. Big trade today between the Washington Wizards and the Phoenix Suns, sending Bradley Beal to the Suns and Chris Paul jets out to D.C. So how is that going to affect things coming up? Of course, our Atlanta Falcons just finished up OTA, so pretty much a nice little break for them until training camp, and that's when really things start getting smoking. Of course, we had the nice session this past week. We got a chance to go out there on Monday and Tuesday, and check the players out at the Benz. Outstanding time there. So just overall, just a potpourri of things to talk about. Also, as our bonus entertainment section today, what in the world is going on with Anita Baker and Babyface? And when we talk about that, whose team are you on? Are you team Anita Baker or are you team Babyface in this particular, I don't want to say disagreement or whatever it is, but we'll discuss that as well. Let me get to the chat and we'll talk to everyone as we go along. Appreciate everybody joining us. Tilda Love is in the house. How you doing, Tilda? Thank you so much. Happy Father's Day to you as well. Thank you so much. John Higgins, Big John in the house. Happy Father's Day. I appreciate it, man. Happy Father's Day to you all, too. I appreciate everyone with their nice wishes. Brother David is in the house. What's going on? What's going on? John Higgins says 1/3 of the podcast quartet, my man. Yeah, man, we got the boys hitting around. Matter of fact, I meant to add their thing to the chat, so I need to do that. I'm glad you said that, Big John, and put them on there. Brother John is in the house. What's going on, John? Everybody going all right today? Doing all right today? Tilda said, let's sit in the recliner chair. Right. I wish there was a recliner chair. This is actually one of those with the back in it that you kind of move around a little bit. So I need to be in the recliner chair. How about that? Greg, what's going on from Custom Kicks? What's going on, my brother Gregory Brown in the house? What's up, blocking all negative energy with my Mutombo throwback house jersey on. That's what I'm talking about, man. Today is Father's Day. Nothing but good vibes today in the house. Jimmy Wayne, how you doing, my friend? Happy Father's Day to everyone as well, and you as well, my friend. False Start in the house, what's going on? Thanks for all that Father's Day wishes to everybody. Winston in the house, happy Father's Day to you too, my friend. Oh, man, this is so awesome. Brother Mike is in the house. What's up, Mike? Happy Father's Day, brother. David says, happy Father's Day to all the fathers in Atlanta Bird Gang. Absolutely. We wish nothing but the best for them as well. Jimmy Wayne says CP3 probably going to get dealt again to the Clippers. According to, yeah, I just don't see Chris Paul standing pat in. I don't see him standing pat in Washington. That probably is not gonna happen. I don't see it, at least. Sorry, y'all, trying to get to my thing here. There we go. Yeah, I was not surprised that Bradley Beal was moving. Didn't know he was going to go to Phoenix, so that was kind of a weird thing. Marina Lopez in the house. Happy Father's Day to you, too. Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. John Higgins says, Uncle Steve, play some Johnny Taylor in your background. I wish, one of the drawbacks, John, about YouTube is that they're so super sensitive about licensed music. Trust me. And I know some people do play music, but YouTube will get you one way or another. I wish I had the license to play some music, because that's kind of my groove, man. If I could hear some OJ right now on a Sunday evening, chilling right now, to sit back and listen to some OJs. I was talking to somebody earlier. I wasn't talking to somebody. I was talking to my wife earlier about trying to get trying to get those feels for back when my dad was around. And I heard this Joe Sample. I know a lot of you probably heard of him, and a pianist, player, jazz, and then he used to be with the Crusaders, if I'm not mistaken. And I just always think about my dad when I hear him play, because my dad used to play him all the time downstairs. So, we'll figure it out. But yeah, man, just I would love to play some music, man. David says, what is Phoenix gonna do about a bench as they saw this playoff run? KD and Book will wear down. Yeah, I truly don't get it. I truly don't. Yeah, it's something else. It is something else. Jimmy says, my wife said Babyface wasn't that good at the concert and went over his time. If this is the norm, Anita was justified in what happened. I'm team Anita all day. Okay, and that's probably true, because they did say that he had to cut his set. Now, I know there was another date in question where they didn't even let him start the set because the set started late and they didn't want him to go on. And that was the big date that they came in and said, hey, you're not gonna come on at all. Babyface threw out the Instagram tweet, whatever it was, and told him, say, hey, I'm apologizing for everybody we have to give Anita Baker her time. I think in this moment, while maybe Anita might have been justified in what happened, I have to wonder, was Babyface the smartest person to bring on that tour as a special guest? Because I don't think Babyface and Anita Baker are equally yoked. And I mean, I think Babyface is probably a bigger draw. Now, Babyface and if we think about it now, I know Anita Baker has a beautiful voice. Don't get me wrong, Babyface is not going to steal any awards for having the greatest singing voice in the world, though he has a nice voice. But the songs that Face has, that he sung, I'm not even talking about the thousands of songs he's done for other people, but I'm talking about the hits he had based on the hits that Anita has. And I'm just kind of like, okay, Anita, don't be too quick to pull the plug on that concert, because Face got some hits too. I'm interested to see what other people think about this too. But that's cool. That's one for Anita. And I've seen Anita Baker in concert, and Anika. I'm thinking I'm in Empire. Anita is awesome. She is awesome in concert. I saw her. It was a long time ago. It was right when Giving You the Best That I Got came out, and that was a great concert. And she has a great voice. So nothing against Anita at all, but I just am kind of wondering initially, was that the greatest move to have those two on the same card? But John says Uncle Steve just got out of hand with Babyface and Anita Baker. Yeah, man. I mean, and what you don't want to see is two legends doing this. Now, I haven't seen a lot of negativity from what Face is saying with his fingertips. Now, Anita was responding at first to the people who were supporting Babyface. So I'm kind of in both camps as far as that's concerned. So, we'll see. It's crazy, right? John, what's going on? Say, did you see my post on David McCollum and Snoop and Dre? I did not, because I am literally just getting to this because I've had a beautiful day with the family, but I'll try to take a look at it when this is done, my brother. Macario in the house, man. Happy Father's Day to you, my friend. Good to see you in the house. Appreciate you. Terry Ward is here. What's up, Uncle Steve? Says happy Father's Day, everyone. John Brooks says, Uncle Steve, do you think Chris Paul will become a Hawk, or do you think one of the Celtics will become a Hawk like Brown from Celtics? Well, I think it's a better chance that probably Jaylen Brown will have a better chance coming to Atlanta than Chris Paul would come to Atlanta. I see no reason whatsoever when you start talking about bringing Chris Paul here. Why do you want to over? I mean, literally, probably in the last 2 or 3 years of his career, Chris Paul on this team for what? You already have Trae Young. You already have DeJounte. What do you need Chris Paul for at this point? I disagree. Now, Jaylen Brown would be nice. Probably going to have to give up a lot of pieces to get him, but that would be interesting to see if you could get him on there, get him on the team. John Higgins in the house. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. John says, was this a yoking situation or a money draw? People will wait around to see who they want to hear. Kind of like suffering through a Hawks game for a concert at the end. Remember, they used to do that all the time. They started doing that for the Braves games too, which was kind of interesting. So, I don't know. I would like to hear a lot more about that situation, but I don't know. I think my biggest takeaway from all of this is I don't understand how they ended up on the same ticket anyway, unless this was just I think we'll work together real good and something like that. But I don't know if I would have done that if I was Babyface. And if I was Anita Baker, remember it was only about, it was about 25, 30 years ago that Anita was having problems with Luther Vandross, remember? So it's something else. It is. It's something else. But look, we're getting ready to get on the part of the season where with the Falcons, you see what you see at practice. Everyone looked great in T-shirts and shorts. A lot of good interviews out there. OTAs is over. So now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of training camp here near the end of July. Where are you? Where are you as a Falcon fan? How are you feeling about your Atlanta Falcons going into training camp? I'm here to tell you from not only what we've done in the offseason, also watching our peers in the NFC South who've done a lot of moves. Everybody's making a lot of moves. But how are you feeling right now as an Atlanta Falcons fan? I'm not telling you individually for certain people. And don't get me wrong, I know how you feel about an individual could affect what you think about your prospects for the Atlanta Falcons. As an Atlanta Falcons fan, how do you feel? Do you feel hot? Like, oh yeah, this is it. We about to go to the playoffs for the first time since 2017, and I think we're there. Do you feel warm? meaning I see the moves, I'm impressed, but I'm still kind of hedging my bet? Or do you feel cold and, in the words of Grady Jarrett, same boot, different year? So tell me how y'all feel about going into the year. Are you hot as far as hot going into the year, thinking this is going to be that year? Are you warm, like, yeah, I feel kind of good, but not quite there yet? Or do you feel cold, like, oh man, this this is not gonna work? It's not gonna work real well. Oh man. John Brooks says, I don't know much about the Anita Baker and Babyface situation, but I'm giving my vote to Anita Baker. Okay, I hear you. And I know a lot of people are going to probably judge this on artists who you like better as an artist, which is fine. And I have no ill will towards Anita Baker because I think she has been in the game for a long time. And I appreciate that what she's done and everything, but I don't know. I think I'm probably more team Babyface, probably even before this little feud came on. But yeah, that's cool. Lisa, how you doing? Hi, Steve. Hope you enjoyed Father's Day. I did. My wonderful wife and sister-in-law and some friends got together and took my father-in-law and my good friend Johnny Fuller. We all went out and enjoyed a nice Father's Day brunch with the family, and it was just awesome. And loved them to death, especially my ace, my partner, Kira. Love her to death, and just glad what she did. And actually got a nice. My daughter read a nice poem she wrote, and partly. I guess partly with me in mind, I hope. Well, I hope. I know she did. But just a beautiful day if you're a father. If you were in my shoes, beautiful day. But yes, I did enjoy the day. Jimmy Wayne says he's encouraged by the signings, just want to see it on the field. Weakest position is probably wide receiver. It's kind of interesting. We have gone this whole period of time and still there has been, I don't know, unless they're going to tell you right now, and I know I've seen one or two of the rosters, the updated rosters that they have, and I've seen Matt Hollis at the wide receiver too. So I don't know if that's going to be the case going into the year. I do know we have close to $10 million in cap space, so I'm pretty sure that they're not finished. Remember, as we always talk about, this is a fluid situation. As XFL season is over with, you might have a couple of diamonds in the rough that you grab from there. As preseason will get ready to end, you may see the Falcons go out and get a couple of cuts from some teams as we get into the preseason cuts and things like that. So I don't think they're quite finished with the wide receiver position. At least I hope not. Because I'm not feeling absolutely secure at that spot right now, if you ask me. David says, we look good on paper, but I'm still at wait and see. Okay, so I would say that's warm. We'll go with, like I said, we'll go with hot. We're going into the playoffs, ready to roll. Warm, I'm encouraged, but just not quite there yet. Or cold, same stuff next year. Facebook user, how you doing? Happy Father's Day. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Big John Higgins says, well, Uncle Steve, coming from a personnel standpoint, we look great. I think we got some hungry players, and I think we got great off the field players. Now we just sit back and wait. And I think that's the thing that's so hard to do right now for the football fan, because this is probably going to be that longest period. We don't have a draft. We don't have big time free agency. We don't have a trade deadline or anything like that. Now we literally have to sit here and wait until training camp. And you know what? Knock on wood. Hope no one gets hurt. As you all saw, we lost Avery Williams. They officially put him on the IR this week, and that's a big loss on the punt return. Avery Williams led the league in punt returns, folks. Punt return average, whether people realize that or not. He was a serious weapon, and though I know he's on the roster as a running back, that was a key. Now I don't know who I at the camp. I saw Bijan back there getting punts, and I know they're not gonna do that on a regular basis. I don't think they are. Who else did I see back there? I didn't see CP doing punts, but I just don't see him do it. I can see him sticking to the kickoffs, if you ask me, but that's very important. John says, Uncle Steve, I'm ready for the Falcons season. Don't get me wrong. I love my Braves. I'm just kind of tired of baseball. I'm going to tell you something, and I talk about this all the time. I am an Atlanta person, love my Braves, love my Hawks. When they were here, Thrashers, Flames, the Chiefs when they were here playing soccer. So I'm a homer when it's all down to it as far as Atlanta sports. For baseball, for me, until probably the playoffs, that's the only time I'm going to get excited. We're not even to the halfway point. We're almost there. To the halfway point of the baseball season, folks. It's a long time. So, yeah, I'm excited at what the Braves are doing. I think they just swept Colorado, which you should, and have built a substantial lead in the NL East. I think they're the best team right now in the National League. So these are all great things, but talk to me in August and September before I start getting super excited about the Braves. And unfortunately, around August and September is when football starts. So try dividing my attention between those two. I'm probably leaning toward the Falcons, but I do love my Braves, and hopefully they'll turn out on top. Brother Todrick's in the house. Happy Father's Day, we barbecuing and drinking. We barbecuing and drinking that hen. How about you? No, brother, I am absolutely chilling. As I told you, you probably heard before I came in. Family went out, very nice time, enjoyed ourselves and things like that. But it's Father's Day, so you guys do what your family does. I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you, and hope y'all have a great Father's Day. Lisa says, I'm hot. Let's go. There you go. There you go. I'm feeling that same way about the Falcons. Let's get it. GA is in the house. What's going on? Y'all check my brother out, man. He is putting out stuff all the time, man. Happy Father's Day to you, brother. Thank you so much for joining us. Dexter Owens is in the house. Happy Father's Day to you too, sir. Thank you, everybody. Hope everybody is enjoying that day. I see Bishop Darren L. Gay Sr.'s in the house. Says fatherhood is beautiful. Blessings to you, sir. We hope you had a great Father's Day. I know you're not used to coming in here with all this beautiful black and red that you see around. Folks, unfortunately, Bishop is a Dallas Cowboy fan, so we know his suffering is long. So but we still welcome him in here into the chat with us every day. Happy Father's Day, blessings and favor to all the fathers holding it down. Thank you so much, Bishop. We appreciate you. We gonna see how those Cowboys gonna do this year. Look, you got them Giants coming behind your tail there, in Philadelphia leading the way. I think this might be a exit from the playoffs for y'all this year, but we'll see. Terry says, I'm warm, but we're making great steps in the right direction. See what Desmond has and go from there. And that's, Terry, I almost should have attached something to that to say, I wonder if people's warmness is strictly because of the quarterback situation. I'm not here to tell you we got all pros at every position that we got on defense, but we got some solid defensive help coming in of free agency and some possibilities, some young, as my buddy Big Low Country would say, young Thundercats coming in off of the draft that are ready to get in this team. I hope we can bring some, I hope Desmond is that guy. I really do. I'm hoping he is. Winston says, weakest position, to be honest, is quarterback. No other position has as much doubt that could be schematically covered. I don't know if that's how, folks. These are not lies that people put in. These are people that are invested. Folks like Winston that does his homework. Nobody does homework like Winston does on this football, and especially these Atlanta Falcons. And it is a lot of this success is going to be tied to see how our brother Ritter is going to do. You're right about that. Francis Washington, thank you so much. Happy birthday. Happy Father's Day. Appreciate it. Tadra says, hey, do you follow the Atlanta Dream? They're doing good this season. Yes, I do follow them. And I noticed they had won a couple in a row. I know they beat the Connecticut Sun, who were the best team, one of the better teams in the WNBA. I know the Aces are the number one team. And who else did they beat right before that? Was it the Sky? Chicago, I think. But they are getting better. If I'm not mistaken, I think they are 4-5. I could be wrong about that. But I know they had won 2 in a row right up to that point. Let me get a quick update. And they won today. They beat the Fever today. So that should put them at 500. Yep, they are at 500 now. So 5-5 for the Dream. I do keep up with them. I hope they continue to improve. They had a nice draft. Got Alicia Gray coming in on the team. Ryan Howard is awesome. And this is her sophomore year, her second year in the WNBA. So I think she's going to add some excellent stuff to this team. David says, Bijan doesn't need to be on the most dangerous play in football, period. These are those questionable decisions I keep talking about with our coaching staff. And, it's funny, David, when I saw that, and I know a lot of people say, well, you get those people that can break the big play, those people who have big play written all over them. I do feel like I would love to see Bijan get his feet wet in that backfield first. Pay your dues back there first. I would like to see one of the other guys get an opportunity to do some of that in the with the kickoff return game. I would not put Bijan back there myself. I really wouldn't. Dexter's in the house, says, I'm so ready. Only thing ringing in my head is when Arthur Smith said we built this team to be playing 20 to 21 games. I'm ready. Rise the mess up. Brother, I can't even tell you how excited when I saw Calais Campbell speak the other day at the OTAs, and he had this big, gruff voice, 6'8". He lying if he say he only 300 pounds. He's an awesome specimen. And I hear him talking about the leadership of the team, and that's going to be great. And I don't know, it's scaring me into thinking this is the year. So if that's what we've needed for a long time, it's working. When you hear Calais Campbell, I listened to Jesse Bates talk the other day. All these guys that are coming in to be part of this culture. And then on top of that, what Dexter said, Arthur Smith said, we ain't building this thing to go home in mid-January this time. We building this thing to go division champs and beyond. And I think that's the mentality that you have to have as a coach in the NFL these days. You can't sit back and just let the other teams create the narrative. You have to be that team, take the bull by the horns, and do what you need to do. That's what I think. Anthony Moss, what's up, man? Says, I still on the fence. I love the signings we made for the defense, but we have to see how our new DC is going to put it all together. And the defense will have to gel as well. As far as offense, the sky's the limit for Ritter. We know what the run game will do. The passing game will be interesting with Holland, Scotty, etc. Plus, everybody has big expectations for Pitt's return this year, myself included. But we have to keep in mind that Pitt's mental has to be 100% as well as him being physically. Well, let me go back and dissect a little bit of what you said. I agree with you as far as the signings are concerned. I've watched Ryan Nielsen, the defensive coordinator, out there, and it's the second time I watched him out there on the field. This dude, I don't think this guy's coming here to be people's friend. Just judging by what I've looked at and judging by how I saw him even coaching Grady at one time on the field. And I'm not trying to say the cameras will make you act a certain way in front of people, but I just want to be able to give him that opportunity, Ryan Nielsen, to put his fingerprints on this defense. It's a lot of speed out there. And the one thing I will say too, I see Michael Walker flying. I see Jalen Hawkins flying. These guys look like it's something different. And maybe it's the fact that they have some veterans who've been through some wars and been through some things that may be able to teach them along the way. That's encouraging to me. It's very much encouraging. As far as the sky's being limited for Ritter, you're right. It is. But that's the only thing holding me back from saying, oh, yeah, these guys are going all the way, bullet flying through the air real good, just to see what he can do. And I think he can. I'm not saying he's not going to be able to run this offense. I think he's going to do a great job. But I'm just a little bit. I'm still hot. I'm not in the warm category. I'm hot because I think these guys are going to win the division. I think the Falcons are going to win the NFC South, no doubt. Ronnie Lynn in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you in here. Thank you. Happy Father's Day to you. Chuck, what's going on, brother? Happy Father's Day to you. Say, I'm loving the reports I'm hearing about Desmond. A little nervous about the defense. Would have loved to get some dogs in that squad. The Dream is 3-5. The Dream are actually 5-5. I know that for a fact. Dream are 5 because they were 4-5 the other day, and today they beat the Fever. They're 5-5 now. But appreciate you trying to get that on there. But you're right about that. Now I'm gonna flip it on you, Chuck. I'm more nervous about Desmond than the defense. I think the defense is gonna surprise some people. Let me also throw back to last year, Chuck, and talk to a lot of people about this. I keep bringing this point up. The defense from, I think it was the week before Carolina, all the way to the end, the highest amount of points we gave up was 25. The offense was the problem. Now, that was with the ragtag put together Gray Tate and Staples defense we had. Now we have had an influx of legitimate veterans on this team, from Calais Campbell to Caden Ellis to Bud Dupree and Jesse Bates. Folks that are coming in, Jeff Okuda through trade. These are people that have been on the field and know what it takes to win on a consistent basis. So adding those folks in here, I think it's going to be a big deal. So I kind of disagree. I'll go the other way. I'm more skeptical about Desmond than anything else. Brother Ray, what's going on, man? Happy Father's Day to you as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Man, getting these drinking here. False start in the house, 20 to 21 games, unfortunately, is preseason plus 17, maybe one playoff game if we play right. Well, I tell you what, maybe we can, get this thing going to, it could be 22, 23 games. In this watered down NFC this year, and the NFC is very watered down, I think it's only two teams that I can say I feel confident in penciling in for the playoffs, and that's Philadelphia and San Francisco. Aside of those two teams, do you have faith, NFC East, in Dallas, in the Giants, and in the Commanders? Giants were good last year. They were solid. I might give the Giants a little bit of credit because I think they probably will be solid again this year. San Francisco's division. Do you have faith in the Rams? Do you have faith in Seattle? Do you have faith? And when I say faith, do you have strong faith that those teams are going to get in this year? NFC North, Chicago, Detroit. Minnesota was, to me, I think Minnesota was the flakiest. It might have been the flakiest team I saw last year. In other words, I'm not sure if that 13-4 was as real as that record was. As you see, they got bounced in the first round. So I wasn't quite sipping the Kool-Aid with Minnesota. And then, of course, NFC South with the four of us. So we'll see how that works out. I see you, Winston. I just dropped the link in there real quick. So if you guys feel like dropping in for a quick second, we're gonna get in here and, like I said again, talk a little bit about how do you feel about this upcoming season. Are we hot? Are we warm? Or are we cold on the Atlanta Falcons' chances going into 2023? I'm like I said, I think I'm leaning towards the hot, but I respect everyone who might have a different opinion about that. Also, talking about what is going on with this drama with Anita Baker and Babyface, and if you have a favorite, who is it? Is it Anita Baker or is it Babyface? There was a little bit, for those who don't know, a little bit of undercurrent going on. Anita Baker just put Babyface off her tour. He was first the special guest on the tour, and now she has said, I can do it myself. And she has offered refunds for those who were saying, hey, I love you, Anita, but I wanted to see Anita and Face. I was just trying to think about that, man. Those catalogs from both of those folks are pretty long. Babyface does have a little cheating advantage because he can go to some other stuff by other people. I saw him on the what do they call the thing? Tiny Desk, where they sit there in the little library and do the concert. And that was pretty good to me, I thought, when he did that. But just a whole array of songs that he can go to, from Boys to Men, the After Seven, the Deal, just all kinds of artists. I mean, what, TLC, just a lot. Tony Braxton. The list goes on and on. Bobby Brown. And you think about those things that came out early. He really was a strong candidate for like an all-time guy in this business. I think is he the greatest singer in the world? I don't know. I love the Whip Appeal. That was good. Anita Baker, to me, had like a good 5-year run from Angel to Rapture, Giving You the Best That I Got. And I'm trying to think what the other album was. That was Just Wrong with You. Talk to Me. I think that's the name of the song. But yeah, that was one of the bigger albums that she had. I have a friend joining me here today on here, and this is Brother Winston in the house, who is looking Natalie clean and looking all sharp. What's going on, my friend?
Come on, man. Don't do me like that now.
What is going on, brother?
I ain't making no noise. How you feeling? Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out here tuning in.
Thank you so much, man. And we appreciate it, man. Right back at you, my friend. We hope everything is going well with you. I know you've been watching A lot of the OTAs, I just saw somebody on Channel 5 do a little synopsis of what they were doing on there. What do you think? What have you seen from this team in the last week or so, 2 weeks of OTAs and things that is giving you some encouragement going into the year?
To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people think I may be reaching, and I may be reaching. But last time I seen speed on both sides of the ball like this,
Right.
has been 2016.
Oh wow. Yeah, I agree.
2016 was the last time we legitimately seen speed like we have now. And the best thing about it, not all of the players is here yet.
Right.
To get them, let all the players get in there, get them the time to gel. We, to be honest, we could have a sleeper moment just like 2016. I don't think it's going to happen because I think we need at least. I think we need like 2 more pieces before we made that push like we did in 2016. But with what we have right now, we definitely have enough to make some noise.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like that's. I mean, you're right. The speed is going to be different this year. I also feel like that defensive line, if you think about the rotation that we have up there now, that is it's pretty special compared to what we've had Grady and the Jets almost. Like it's just a group of guys and stuff. But now to have Calais, to have a second year Taquan Graham, David Omanyata, and switch out
a third year Taquan.
Say again?
A third year Taquan.
Oh, third year. I apologize. Third year. My bad. Third year Taquan. I mean, I just feel like this is really a year that we might put some real pressure on these guys. What do you think?
To be honest, I truthfully believe like a lot of people are only seeing what we brought in,
right,
and not realizing what we already had. You got Eddie Goldman, who is a what 6'4", 6'5", 300 some pound, 350 pound DN, well 330 plus DN. We brought in the Calais Cameron that is a 6'8", 320 pound DN.
Say those numbers again for Calais, because I don't think anybody heard you when you said that. Six what?
Calais Cameron is legitimate 6'8", 320 pounds.
Ridiculous.
Coming off the edge.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely. Then you have Eddie Goldman, who is like 6'5", 330 something pound up the middle. Then you have Grady Jarrett, who is 6'1" on a good day, 300 pounds. You got David Onyemata, who is 6'1" on a good day, 305 pounds.
Wow.
But let's slide it out.
I mean that's
just 3 though. That's just 3.
Right.
Then you have what's the boy that tore his knee up? Did you just say it?
Hold on. Tore the knee up. Who you talking about?
Butter that was sitting running with Grady in the middle last year.
No, Taquan Gray. Taquan Gray. Yeah, Taquan Gray.
That's 6'2". That's 6'2", 310 pounds.
That's crazy.
Then we just brought in Harrison, who is 6'7", 272 pounds. We have size all the way across the board and within depth. This defensive line, I promise you, would not look nowhere near what it looked in the past. It can't.
So you're of the thought that this is gonna be some different defense we talking about this year.
Man, look. Anybody that's sitting there and really pay attention to football knows it is won and lost in the trenches.
Yeah.
And right now, we have solidified the trenches.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. Don't get me wrong. We don't have that dynamic edge. They're gonna go get you 10 to 15 sacks yet. We don't have that yet. Right. But what we do have is a defensive line rotation that everyone could at least average 5 to 6 sacks easily.
Yeah. Let me talk. Go ahead.
And with everyone, I put like you have a defensive line rotation of 8 people. If everyone averaged 5 sacks, like
yeah,
we would top our sack numbers for last season just off the defensive line. And then you got to think about the linebacker stunts that we're gonna have coming in, the nickelback stunts that come in, the cornerback stunts, safety stunts coming in. Right. Like when I first started seeing, I was saying 35 sacks, and now we done got to this point now, and then we still have an opportunity to get more. Right now, I'm at 43, and that's a major number. That's a major number for Falcons. Seeing that in the past 2 years, we only put up what, like 39 sacks?
Yeah. No, well, 21 last year? 20. That's
21 last year and like 18 like the year before.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Like we are horrible at sacks.
Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely.
But I don't want anybody to get out of pocket thinking that 43 sacks is going to be like a world beater. No, 43 sacks for us is literally league average.
Well, remember,
but
I don't know if you listen. I don't know if you remember. Listen to me the other day. I was bringing that up when I was doing the over/under show. The number 16 team was the Los Angeles Chargers. They only had 40 sacks last year. So if we put it to your point, that's average. So that's, for us, it's a big mountain. But for the rest of the league, that's right around the average. So hold on.
Well,
let me put a couple more comments here in the chat right here. David says, I also like Anita Baker's Body and Soul. I forgot about that album. Body and Soul was actually a good album. Kira Lynn Johnson, who is the definite co-pilot of Team Johnson, my beautiful wife, says happy Father's Day to all the men who rise up as amazing fathers. And also puts on Uncle Steve Lounge, happy Father's Day to all the men who rise up as amazing fathers on that one. Thank you very much, my dear. They fed us well today for Father's Day. So I give my wife a lot of credit for that. My brother Frank is in that man. Frank, I apologize for sharing his story with folks. My brother Frank is in the military right now in Fort Carson. Back in the day when I was doing this on Facebook, and it was like 2 people that would come in and listen to me a few years ago, he was one of them. And he called, he was talking to me, and he saw the thing we did at the Dome, and he was like, man, dude, next time you get a chance to get a little autograph, something or whatever, let me know. And I hit him up and I told him, I said, bro, I just got John Abraham's autograph the other day. I already had another one from John, so it was all good. So I told him, I said, I'd hook it up to you, and I was just so happy to see he received his football the other day. Courtesy of the U.S. Post Office, who was very quick. So we did our job and got him that for us. And I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you so much, man. Godspeed to you, and I hope it keeps you well. He said, oh, man, he said they might be sending him to Germany. Wow.
Oh, man.
Stay away from
Bordeaux.
Absolutely. Man, stay away from Bob
Make it home, brother.
You to Frankfurt.
Make it home. Happy Father's Day. Be safe in all your travel and all your adventures, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good dude, man. And you should have seen the hate when I sent him. He sent me a post thanking me for the football, man. His Army buddies were going at it. You could tell some New Orleans fans and a couple of folks. Well, I felt like I was back in Echo 333 in Fort Lewis dodging bullets, man. I was up on Kuwait trying to see what's going on. Those Saints fans were coming hard, man. So that was some fun stuff, man. But I appreciate my brother reaching out to me, and always got love for him out there, man. Brother man. In the house said, what's going on with you, and happy Father's Day to everyone right now. Absolutely, and I appreciate it.
What's going on? Happy Father's Day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if we also think about from a standpoint of the offense, now I know you and I have gone over this many a times. I know people are probably saying, Steve, how long is it going to take for you to get on board the I love Desmond Ridder train? And I reply to people as soon as I see the first results of the first 2 or 3 games. Again, I'm not trying to say that Desmond isn't the answer, but it's going to take more than a sample at Costco's to figure out if he's going to be good or not. So tell me, and I know you and I have talked about this ad nauseum, but from somebody who keeps up with these guys as hard as I do, explain to me, even with all the good stuff we just talked about the defense, what concerns you about the prospects of Desmond Ridder going into next year? Not the negative, he's this, but just what concerns you about him?
All right. So with Ridder, what a lot of people have been conditioned that when they have a quarterback, that's their quarterback. Right. And Ridder is the first quarterback that came in since Matt Ryan. So they blindly walking down that path. I'm sorry. It does not work like that. Just because a quarterback is on your team does not make him a franchise quarterback. Does not make him a word beater. It does not work like that. Now, with Ridder have to show me. Point blank period, he has to show me. If you go back and watch this film, Ridder is very mechanic and methodical in the way that he moves. When he turns his head a direction, that's where the ball is going. Right. That's why, to be honest, if anybody that's watching this screen, this forum right now, go back and watch it. Ridder threw 5 interceptions. Correction, he threw 6 interceptions. Saying that, go back, watch the tape. In 4 games, he threw 6 interceptions. The only difference is the defenders didn't have the hand to corral the ball.
Right.
That's why his numbers look good.
Yeah.
When Ridder turned his head, he did not scan the field. He did not progress through his regression. when that bottom foot set and he turned his head whichever direction, that's the direction that ball is going.
Right.
He's not scanning over through the field. He's not doing all that. And you got, but let's be honest. How many wobbly passes, bad passes that he threw up to Drake London that Drake London actually bailed him out of?
There's a couple.
It wasn't a complete dime to London. London bailed him out of just because he's big.
Right.
We're gonna have to show a lot very soon. Training camp is the first step. Hey, show me that you can progress in your read. Right. Show me that you're not sitting there just forcing the ball. Show me that you understand when not to take a chance and when to take a chance to give your receiver a chance. Show me that you're not reckless with the ball. That's the biggest thing.
Right.
You gotta look at it. This man in his college career, the man threw 28 interceptions in college. Wow. As a 4-year starter.
Wow.
Like put it like that. A lot of people are enamored because Cincinnati made it to the college playoff. Who was he playing? Who was he playing to build up his team ranking? So he wasn't playing anybody. Sauce Gardner wasn't there. Huh?
What was the name of the conference?
Yeah, in the AFL.
Yeah.
AFL.
AFL.
He wasn't playing anybody to build up his ranking, but he was still throwing up all these interceptions. Sauce Gardner and what's that boy Bryant, Kobe Bryant on the other side. Neither one of them was on his team in his junior year.
Right.
He didn't have that lockdown on defense.
Right. Had the one little receiver. Yeah. What's the receiver name that drafted this year?
The little small little speedy cat.
Little small dude. Yeah.
To be honest, I wanted us to bring him in. What's that boy name? I can't even think of it right now. But
I'm trying to remember what his name is. Before you go one step further, I wanted to make sure because I was actually gonna wrap. Because it's Father's Day, I wanted to make sure everyone got a chance to enjoy their Father's Day. And I only was gonna stay in here an hour, and I'll be back tomorrow because we got the Monday show. You gonna be available with me tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna reach out to you, and hopefully the fellas will come in here. But I just wanted to jump in and wish everybody a happy Father's Day. I'm gonna give you one opportunity to tell everybody that, brother, before I cut you loose, and then we're gonna cut the show tonight for us.
All brothers that's out here that are your father, you holding it down, you doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and making sure that your family is provided, safe, and secure. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to the men that are missing a father, to the children that are missing a father, to the children that have found a father and a different father. Happy Father's Day. You don't have to be blood to be a father. Just be a man. That's all. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Winston. I appreciate you, my brother. Stay loose. I'll hit you up on Messenger a little bit after this, and I'll let you know what time.
Yeah, no problem.
And look, don't be coming up
here. Happy Father's Day to you too.
Look, don't come out here out dressing me anymore. You hear me? You better next time you put a t-shirt on and some sleeve and stop trying to look better than folk on here. All right?
Hey man, next time I'm gonna come in the cutout tee.
All right, brother. I'll catch you tomorrow, man. All right, listen, y'all. I jumped off of here real quick. Just wanted to get an hour in here. Look, y'all take care of yourselves. I will be on tomorrow for the Monday Minutia. Y'all check me out then. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. I know I am. Have a blessed one, man, from your Y'all be good. Peace.